What we are going to learn today? We'll see how to download Google Earth Pro, then some interesting facts about the Google Earth Pro, then how to digitize point, line and polygon in Google Earth Pro, then calculating length and area in Google Earth, then elevation profile, then georeference Google Earth image into QGIS, then we'll see how to generate contours and DEM from Google Earth Pro. Today we'll see some interesting facts about the Google Earth. I have already shown you how to download Google Earth, but I will show you again how to download Google Earth. So I'll go to Google, I will type download Google Earth. When you will type download Google Earth, it will show Earth version. When I will click on Earth version, it will show me the option of Google Earth on web, Google Earth on mobile and Google Earth on Pro desktop. So we'll go below and here is the option for create maps with advanced tools and download Earth Pro on a desktop. So when I will click here, it will ask me a permission to download. So it will ask me some terms and conditions. So you accept and download. When you will click here, so it will be downloaded below. Now it's downloading. So I have already downloaded, so I will open the Google Earth. After that you can able to see the interface of Google Earth. So this is the option for the search here. If you want to search some place, so I'll search as a Taj Mahal. When I will search Taj Mahal, it's showing me below and I will click on search. So it will exactly take us to the Taj Mahal. So now you can able to see a 3D view of Taj Mahal. If it's off, you can able to see here in layers 3D is on. If you'll off this, 3D effect will remove. When I will click here, the 3D effect will showing here again. Now if these tools are not showing here, then you can able to click on view and sidebar option is there. If this sidebar is not there, again you can click and sidebar option will show here. Now you can able to see latitude and longitude and elevation below. So if it's not showing here, then we'll click on a view and this is the option on status bar. If I'll uncheck this, you can able to see it's not showing latitude and longitude. When I will click on view, again when I will click on status bar, it's showing me latitude and longitude. So in the Taj Mahal, if I want to enter, then this is the man here, drag to enter street view. I will select this, I will pick this and I will remove here. Now you can able to see a 3D view of Taj Mahal. A very high resolution image of Taj Mahal you can able to see. So now if I want to come back from this view, I will click here as exit street view. When I will click here as exit street view and I will scroll down my mouse, then you will come back from this street view. After that, if I want to digitize point, line and polygon feature in it. So here is the point feature, add place mark. Here are the some points, Dharmapuri, Forest Colony. If I want to locate it, then I will take this add place mark option. I will move it and here I will type as a Dharampuri. Here latitude and longitude showing in decimal degree. If you want to change it, if you first I will show you to save it. So when I will play OK, the place will save. Now if you want to change a latitude and longitude in any different other units, so I will select on tool, I will click on option. Here is the option for decimal degree, degree minute second, degree decimal. If I will click here and I will apply, then you can able to see it change into degree, minute and second. When I will click here as a decimal degree, it will and apply, it will change into decimal and degree. From here you can select a unit of measurement, meter or kilometer or feet in miles you can do. I will apply and I will close. Now we have given a Dharmapuri point. We'll add some more point. I will drag it and I will type here as a Forest Colony and press OK. If these places are not showing here, you can check or uncheck from here. Border and labels option is there. If I check this, it will be removed. When I will check this, it will be showing me again. So like this you can add a point feature. Select it, keep here and type as a like this you can add a point feature. Now polygon feature I will show you. If I want to digitize this polygon feature, I will click on add polygon option is there. When I will click on add polygon, then I can digitize this polygon feature. So if you want to change a color of it, if I will remove the 3D effect, you can able to see the digitize feature. If you want to change a color of digitize feature, we'll go to style. Here is a color option, you can select a color, or if you want to hollow it, if you want only outline, we'll select outline. You can able to see an outline. I will digitize some more point. I will take this. Like this we can digitize. From here you can change the measurement. If you want to know the area, we'll click here and you can see in square miles, square kilometer. You can able to see square meter. So this is the area you can calculate from here. I'll press OK. Like this you can calculate point, polygon, and I will show you the line. Suppose I want to digitize a road. If this road I want to digitize, then I will take add path option is there. I will take add path and I will type as a road here. Like this, you click, left click, left click, left click. If you want to move, you can use arrow here to move a map, or if you want to delete a point, you can delete point also. Like this you can digitize a road. If you want to change color of this, you can change color. If you want to increase the width, we can increase from here and press OK. Now the point will be saved here. Like this we can digitize point, line and polygon in Google Earth. Now if you want to know the difference between two places or distance between two places, I will click here as a get direction. I want to know the distance from Taj Mahal to Mumbai. I will type here as a Taj Mahal and Mumbai and get direction. When you click on get direction, it will show me the distance from Taj Mahal to Mumbai. So it's nearly 1201 kilometer. It will take 21 hours. If you'll go by the bus, then it will show different hours. Like this we can search and we know the distance between two places. Now if I want to close this, I will click here and it will be closed. This point we have digitized. If I will double click here, it will go exactly the places where we have entered the point. If you want to delete this, you can click right click and you can delete the point from here. Now I will on the 3D effect. Now here are the some options. This is the record a tour. If you want to record a tour, it's like a movie. When I will click here, we can record the tour. Suppose first I will start a recording and I will click on Taj Mahal. So first we visit a Taj Mahal, then I want to visit on Machu Picchu. Then I want to visit on Statue of Liberty. Like this we can record. I will pause this, and now you can able to see what we have done is recorded. First Taj Mahal, then I click on Machu Picchu, then I click on Statue of Liberty, it's like a movie. If you want to save it, you can click here and you can save it. Now here is the option for historical image. If you want to see a previous historical image of this place, I will click on Forest Colony. So if you want to see a previous image of historical image, I will click here and I can see a previous historical image of this place. You can see 2005 or up to 2001 image. You can able to see what was there in previous days. You can able to see the river flow previously and today. Like this you can able to see historical places. Then if you want to explore any another planet, you can click here and you can click on Mars. If you want to explore Mars, I will click on Mars. So now you can able to see a Mars feature. This point you can able to see a new feature is there. If you want to see some guide tour, you can click here as a guide tour. Historical maps, if you want to see, you can click on historical maps. Or if you want to see any rovers, you can click here as a rovers. Like this, if you want to explore moon, you can click on moon. Now you can able to see some craters here. Lambert. Now suppose if you want to explore the sky, you can click on sky. So it's a beautiful view of our galaxy. From here you can go, if you want to see our solar system, sun, moon, Mercury, you can click on Mercury, sun. If I want to see Venus, I will click on Venus. Now we'll go again back to Earth. Now we'll see a ruler. Show ruler option is there. When I will click here, if I want to measure a length line, I will draw here and you can measure the line, kilometer or meter. Suppose I want to cancel it, then I will click on clear, it will remove. I want to measure an polygon area. Suppose this area if I want to measure, I will select on polygon, I will click here, roughly I am drawing, you can able to see it's 0.86 square kilometer or yard. If you want to measure by, if you want to cancel it, you can click on clear. Again if you want to draw a circle, we can draw a circle from here and we can measure a distance of a circle also. This way you can try all the tools. I'm cancelling and I'm closing it. After that, I want to, if you want to take a print, you can click here and you can take a print from here. Or if you want to save this high resolution image, then we'll click here save imagery. Then this option will become here, legend and all these things. If don't want this legend, north arrow, scale bar, then I will click here as a map option. I don't want title, I don't want legend, I don't want scale, compass, and I will save. Option is there. Now you can save this image. If you want to save in any different resolution, you can change a resolution from here. I'm keeping by default, and save option is there. You click here and choose your desired location, and you can save an image. Like this you can save in a JPG or any format. If you want to save, you can, in JPG you can able to save this image. Now we have saved this point, this point, this point, this point. If you want to open this point into, now we'll open this point which we have digitized in QGIS. To open this point in QGIS, this is the folder, and if you want to add this in new folder, you can select from here as a new folder, create, add new folder option is there. So I'll select a folder and I will name as a digitize folder. I will press OK. Now in this feature we can add this what we have digitize. Like this point, line and polygon we can add, or we can select one by one by pressing Ctrl and we can add together, no problem. Now this is the folder. We want to take this data into QGIS. So I'll right click and save place as option is there. I will click on save place as. After that I will save it into KML file format. I will select KML. I will keep folder as a digitize and I will save. After that I want to open this into QGIS, so I'll open QGIS first. Now I'll click on new project. If you want to add what we have digitized just now, for that we'll go to layer, data source manager, vector file data. I will click here and this is our file. What we'll do, we'll select an keyhole markup language, KML. Will select keyhole markup language. I'll select keyhole markup language, and this is digitize. I will select open, add. So this point we want to add, OK, and close. Now you can able to see the point which I have digitized. This is our Taj Mahal we have digitized. Then this point we have digitized. We can able to add it into QGIS. How to create an elevation profile in Google Earth? To create an elevation profile, I will click on add path option is there. Then I will draw a path where I want to see elevation profile. So I'm roughly drawing here. From style and color, we can change color and increase or decrease the width and press OK. You can able to see this is our save file. I will right click and show elevation profile option is there. I will click here on show elevation profile. Now you can able to see as I am moving my cursor below, above cursor is also moving. As I am moving, I will zoom here. Now you can able to see its river profile. As we are going downside, the elevation is decreasing. You can able to see an elevation of an exact point. So here is the elevation. You can able to see 4179 meter. You can able to see a total distance of our line is 8.22 kilometer. You can able to see a maximum slope of the area and average slope of the area. So all the detail you can able to see in this elevation profile. Now we'll see another profile. Like if I'll go to Mount Everest, I'll press OK, right click, show elevation profile. So this is the highest peak of Mount Everest. So now you can able to see 8,809 it's showing mostly elevation at this place. So as we are moving below from the Mount Everest, as we are moving away from the Mount Everest, the elevation is decreases. Like this we can see an elevation profile in Google Earth to your desired location. Now we will learn how to download or save this high resolution image from Google Earth and georeference it into QGIS. For georeferencing, we need some coordinate point. So for that, I will click here as add placement. When I will click here as add placement, from here I can change a symbol. So this symbol I want, and I want some different color. So I will change from here, and I will press OK. After that, I will move this untitled placement here, and I will give one coordinate, and I will press OK. So this one is added here. Like this, I want 4 coordinates, so I will give 4 coordinates here. This second coordinate, I will type 2. I will move it to the corner, and I will press OK. Again I will take third coordinate. I will move it, and 4. This is our third coordinate. Like this, 4 coordinates I will add. After that, we have to save this image. To save this image, here is an option for save image. But we don't want this untitled map, legends. To remove this, I will click on more option and uncheck all this. After that, you can see a current resolution. If you want to increase, you can increase from here. I will click on save image. After that, I will save it on a desktop as IMG Taj Mahal, and I will save. After that, whatever the image we have saved, that will open into QGIS. To open image into QGIS, we know that we'll go to layer, data source, and it's our raster image. From desktop, IMG Taj Mahal I will take, add and close. So this is image, we want to georeference it. For georeferencing this image, we know that we'll go to raster, georeferencer. So this is our georeferencer window. We know that from here we'll add the data. raster file. So we have 4 coordinates that we have to give here. So this is our first coordinate. We'll go to Google. I will click here, then right click and properties option is there. When I will click on properties, so this will be highlighted here. So this coordinate we have to add in QGIS. So it's not possible to copy and paste here. I will select, this is our georeferencer window. I will click here. So whatever I have copied, I cannot able to paste here. So we have to type it. So I will take this point 78.03, then 7205. In X, I will add a longitude, and Y I will add a latitude. So this is our latitude 27.17, then 6632 and press OK. Like this we have to add all the 4 coordinates. So second I will take here, I will close this, I will take an second point, then this 78.04, 7797, then 27.17, 6554. Press OK. I will add a remaining coordinate. So now I have added 4 coordinates. After adding 4 coordinates, I will click on transformation setting. So here transformation type polynomial 1. As per your area you can select polynomial 1 or polynomial 2 or thin plate. Then replacement method nearest neighboring. Here I will select as our datum WGS84 EPSG 4326. OK. Then output raster, I will save it as a Taj Mahal modifier. I will save a Taj Mahal. Then load in QGIS when done. I will press OK. After that, start georeferencing. Raster was successfully georeferenced. Now I will close this. So now you can able to see our image is georeference. So here you can able to see 78.03. Here you can able to see 78.04. So now our image is georeference. Like this we can save image from Google Earth and we can georeference it into QGIS. Now we'll learn how to generate DEM and contours from Google Earth data. First, we'll select a study location where we want to generate a DEM. To generate a DEM stands for Digital Elevation Model. For that, I will choose this study area and I will click on add path option is there. So I am drawing some elevation point here. You press on a left click and draw a line here. We want some elevation points. So wherever I am drawing, I will get elevation point at that place. So you draw a line at your desired area, left click on mouse and just draw a line. Wherever I will draw, that places I will get an elevation point. We will get latitude, longitude and altitude. From that we can generate a dim. Now I will name as a elevation point. After that I will press OK and I will save. Now to save this, I will right click on elevation point. After right click, save place as option is there. I will click on save place as. Then I will save it. I will create a new folder by the name of Google Earth. And I will save in KML format, keyhole markup language. So I will save this. After saving this, we'll go to Google and I will type here as a GPS visualizer elevation. To extract an elevation point, we'll go to this website, assigning DEM elevation data to coordinate GPS visualizer. I will click here. After that, find a missing elevation with GPS visualizer. So here is the option upload a file. No file chosen, so we'll choose a file from here. So this is our elevation point file that we just have saved. So I will take it and open. After that, convert and add elevation option is there. So I will click convert and add elevation. After that, whatever the Google point we have saved, it will convert. It will get an file, GPS visualizer output. Click here to download a file. This file we need to download. I will click here and this file will download. After that, I will click on show in folder. I will cut from here and I will paste in our folder. After that, I will go to Google and will download TCS converter. We need a converter, TCS converter. Click here to TCS converter 2.0 download free. After that, below there is an option to download. So when I will click here to download, now it's downloading. If your download is not starting, click here. But our downloading is started. From this TCS converter, we'll get an elevation point. Whatever the file we have get from the GPS visualizer, that will open here. First we'll install this. To install setup file, I will click here. Download, welcome to the TCS converter. Next, accept and agreement. Read the license agreement and accept. Then next and install and finish. Now my TCS converter is installed. I will change the language here in English. After that, open file option is there. So we'll open the file which we have downloaded from TCS converter. So I'll go to the desktop, Google Earth. So this file we have downloaded from GPS visualizer, that will take. And now you can able to see we get latitude, longitude and altitude. From these 3 points we can generate a dim, we can generate a contour. For that we'll save this in CSV file format. So export, in export there is option CSV file format. I will click on CSV file format. I will save it in our folder desktop, Google Earth. I will save TCX file or TCX data. After that CSV Excel file will save, and press yes to use as a cell separator, no to use as a cell separator. So I'll use no here. Now your internet is needed here to convert this point. Now we'll close it. After that, this file we got in CSV file format. So we want only latitude, longitude and altitude. This we don't want, so I'll delete it. This is also we don't want, so I'll select and I will delete. We want latitude, longitude and altitude. These 3 things we want. So I'll click on file, save as, browse, and in desktop Google Earth. So here I will save as a CSV file format. So I will change as a elevation data, or you can replace the previous files also, no problem. So I will press yes here. So we have saved this file. Now we'll close this. So we have already saved it. So I will click on don't save. Now we'll go to our QGIS and I will click on new empty project. Now what we are going to do, to open this file, we'll go to layer option is there and data source manager option is there. So we'll open this. After that, delimited text option is there. Okay, first we have seen vector data open, then raster. Now we are opening Excel file. For that I am selecting delimited text. Now we'll open the file which we have saved as a TCX, or we have saved as a elevation data. This file contains latitude, longitude and our altitude. So the name I will keep as it is, elevation data. Then CSV file it's showing, and first record has field name. This must be selected. Now we'll go below. So you can able to see latitude, longitude, altitude a file content. X will add as a longitude, in Y will add as a latitude, and in Z will take altitude. After that, geometry CRS, so we'll select as our WGS 84 or 4326 our EPSG code. It's our datum, so WGS 84. After that, or you can type 4326. So this is our datum we have selected, and now there is option add. I will click and close. Now the point which we have taken from the Google Earth, that we have added in QGIS, but this is temporary file. We'll save it a permanent. For that I will export it and save as a shapefile format. So I will select the folder where I want to save. So this is our Google Earth folder. I will type here elevation shapefile. I will save. Then CRS is our WGS 84, and other I will keep as it is, and OK. Now successfully save vector layer. We have saved this data. So this data you can able to see. So this I don't want, so I will delete it previously, which we have created as a temporary file. So this is our permanent file which we have saved, that I will take. Now from this point we want to create an raster. We are going to create a DEM from this data. To create a DEM, I will click on processing and tools. There is an option interpolation. So interpolation is mostly we are doing here IDW. IDW stands for inverse distance weightage. So in IDW what we are going to do, we are calculating some points. We are creating raster from this point data. For that we are using IDW. So vector layer I will select as a elevation shape, and interpolated attribute I will select as an altitude. Then plus icon is there, I will select. Here is elevation shape and our data is in point, so I will select as a point. Then this I will keep as it is. Then extent of layer, at what extent you want your file. I want a same extent as our elevation point data which is showing below. So this much of extent I want to create a raster data. I want to create IDW for this much of size. From known point to unknown point we are calculating in IDW. So after that we'll save this file in Google Earth. I will type as an IDW, inverse distance weightage. I will save and run. Now you can able to see we have generated a DEM from this elevation data. So we can able to see a digital elevation model. Digital elevation model is the digital representation of the land surface elevation with respect to any reference data. Now we are going to create and contour from this. To create a contour, I will click on raster, extraction and contour option is there. So here I will select as our IDW, and contour interval I will keep 100. As per your area or request you can change a contour interval. Now I will save this file in Google Earth by the name of contour. I will save, and other I will keep as it is and run. Now you can able to see our contour is generated from the Google Earth data. So this is the contour. Now you can able to see interval of 100 meter you can able to see, because we select interval of 100. You can increase or decrease as per your area. Now we'll go to view, panels, and layer styling option is there. So in layer styling I will select a contour. Here I will select a categorize. I will take elevation, and from here I will classify it. So this last one we don't want, so I will select it and I will remove it from minus, apply. And now I want to label it. I want to see an contour elevation, so I will go to label. Here I will select a single label. Here I will select an elevation. If you want to change color you can change. So now you can able to see we have generated and contour. You can able to see closely spaced contour having a higher elevation and widely spaced contour having a lower elevation. So like this you can create a contour from Google Earth data. What we learned today? We learned how to digitize point, line and polygon in Google Earth Pro, and how to add that digitized data into QGIS. Then we see elevation profile in Google Earth Pro. Then we see how to calculate length and area in Google Earth Pro. Then how to georeference Google Earth image into QGIS. Then generating contours and DEMs from Google Earth Pro that we have seen.